Hello and welcome. This is EDC with Oaken and Kane. I am Oaken, and what do we have today? This is the Demko Knives AD20. Now, you can get it in a couple different variants. This is the, what would be, I guess, considered the MG AD20, meaning machine ground. So you can get it kind of a hand-finished blade as well. I think those are about 200 more, I believe. But yeah, let's let's just go ahead and get into some size comparisons and get these stats out of the way. So we are looking at a about a 3.7 inch blade. Actual cutting length about 3.5. Overall length about 8.5 inches. Handle length is just under 5 inches. Weight was, we'll just go ahead and do that. We'll do it live. 6.18 ounces. You can see that there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some size comparisons out here. We'll start off with a couple other knives that are in on loan. Hinder XM18 and the Jurassic. And then we'll do a couple of the classics here. The Para 3 lightweight with the Para 2. Let's scoot these up so you can actually see it. That'd probably be better. We'll grab some other couple random ones here. Delica, a Cold Steel Voyager, and do a couple other ones I've been carrying lately. The Malibu here, and the new Spartan Blades Talos. And I've been trying to do some size comparisons, like add in like more of a kind of common household item, just so not everybody's gonna have these knives. So I'll do it next to a thing of Pepto-Bismol. One more. And then here's that compared to a store brand Equate Pepto-Bismol. Both coming in at 16 fluid ounces, but you can see they're roughly the same. So let's get a little bit more into the blade here. So you can get this in not only 20 CV, which is what this variant is, but you can also get it in CPM 3V as well. So honestly, really can't go wrong with either of those. I'm probably gonna, I definitely prefer 20 CV over 3V just because of the humidity in my area, but the humidity in my area just sounds kind of interesting. It's anyway. So yeah, you can get this either, and I said this earlier, but machine ground finish here, or a kind of hand done finish that is very, very, very good looking, but it definitely costs quite a bit extra. This one here has a stone wash finish, which I really like. A stone wash, that's probably kind of my favorite finish you can get, besides maybe a mirrored stone wash. But real well done, really do like that. Me personally, I wouldn't even consider necessarily kind of stepping up to the kind of higher end model. Machine ground is going to be fine for me, and they did a great job with this one. And it is just a standard drop point blade. I'm not sure if other blade shapes will be available in the future, but you never know. Next, we have got the handle here, which features something that to me, I really wasn't sure if I was going to like it. First off, we'll introduce it. How about that? The shark lock here. So a little bit different mechanism. You pull back here, and that releases. Let's see how much you can see this. So pull back there. I can't see too well. But yeah, you just pull back on that, and it really does close pretty well, especially once it gets right about here. It really does kind of suck the rest of the way back in there. Oof, that was bad. You can pull this back and fling it out. So you can do that. You can get it there with the hole, which also I believe you can get a model with just thumb studs and no cutout there. But, you know, I like the extra option. So you can fling it out with the thumb, Spidey flick it with both the hole and the thumb studs. So real nice, very ambidextrous as far as the locking mechanism and opening mechanism. Now, didn't do that. That didn't carry over into the clip. That clip is just for right side carry. It just simply would not work on the other side. Yeah, so you can get this in titanium as well as G10. This is obviously the G10 model. And I probably wouldn't have gone with orange, but I'll be honest, I really do still think it really does have a real good look to it. Really do like that. And honestly, I mean, as far as texture on the G10 goes, which is something I was a little, I kind of was a little curious to see, because I was just worried that this was going to have, shall we say, some way too coarse G10 that really is just going to destroy the pants pocket. They did a great job with this, though. That wasn't the case at all. Slides in the pocket with no problem. Don't have you know, too much fuss getting out of the pocket at all, and doesn't tear up the pants too bad. So, been very pleased with the with that there. Next, ergos on this guy. So, for me, when I saw the shark lock, I was kind of a little bit worried certain times when you're gripping a knife and it has a ramp that is too far back. It just feels like it's almost pulling the hand or pulling the knife out of my hand, and just really is not super comfortable. They left plenty of room on this guy. So you've got a great amount of room. You can choke up a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily put, you know, my full kind of finger in there, but just the tip of the finger still works. Sure, somebody will make a just the tip joke in the comments below. But yeah, very, very fond of the ergos. You've got plenty of room. I've got, I guess, large size hands, but really, really, really like that. To me, in a weird way, some of the ergos here kind of remind me of a Mannix, the Spyderco Mannix 2. A little thinner here, but just the way that this is kind of cut with this swell kind of reminds me of the Mannix 2 or the Mannix XL, just a hair. But yeah. So let's get some assistance out here. This is a pocket, clearly. And let's see how this guy does in the pocket. So, you definitely got a little bit sticking out, that is for sure. And then you have this little bit of, to me, just kind of an odd design choice. But having this big old button head screw right here, you just kind of are always going to hit right up against that. I wish that was done a little bit differently and maybe just ride a hair deeper, but you know, not too bad. It is pretty thick, so you're not going to forget it's in your pocket, that's for sure. And here we'll do a comparison to, we'll do an unfair comparison and compare it to the Neutron. I don't know why we do that, but we'll do a PM2. So you can see quite a bit thicker there. But honestly, for being such a kind of beefy knife, it still does cut very, very well. Comes down to a nice, nice thin edge there. So no complaints there. Really, as they say, performance first. Words be tricky at times. But yeah, really, really well done. I do feel like a lot of companies, when they tend to make these kind of little bit beefier builds of a knife, tend to forget some of the finesse, some of the real cutting performance, and you end up, you know, with a blade grind. I just knocked a bunch of stuff over. A blade grind more like an axe, you know? So, really like that. Yeah, they really did that well with a still super, super thick blade stock. So, price on this guy. So these are $425 for the MG version, the machine ground. And then I believe for $625 you can get the full titanium hand done. I believe it's like a hand satin finish blade. So definitely on the pricier side. To me, when you compare this to, you know, certain things kind of in that same category, like the Hinder XM18 and the Jurassic here, you know, these are a little more readily available. Hell, the Jurassic's not even on screen, is it? Let's scoot that up a little bit. So, you know, these are a little more readily available, have a lot more kind of accessories that you can get for them. You can swap out, you know, anything and everything on these. So, to a certain extent, you know, you can, you know, still kind of in that same price range, get some stuff that are very comparable. But to me, with this shark lock, this one here kind of stands out a little bit more than I was expecting it to. Still a bit out of my particular price range, but yeah, I can definitely see the appeal. This is really, really well done, made here in the States, in Pennsylvania, it looks. But whew, yeah, very, very well done. I would really, really suggest seeing if you're able to gosh, find somebody who's got one of these to take a look at, or maybe at a you know, big show or something possibly, because this is definitely something you're going to want to check out. I was really surprised by this. To me, what I normally carry is stuff, you know, more similar to, you know, a Neutron or the Malibu here. So this is a little bigger than what I normally carry, but whew, it is, it really is just so respectably well done that, yeah, man, if you can, if you've got the chance to pick one of these up, I would definitely say scoop it right up. These are, whew, very, very well done. I'm hoping that we'll get to see more of them, and that, you know, they'll be pretty readily available, but we'll see. So, guys, that's all we got here on the porch today. So, thanks for stopping by. Sorry you had to see that, and have a good one.